Hi, good morning. Welcome to YogaFit. I did want to let you know that we are recording this class, so if you'd like to not be on camera, go ahead and turn off your camera. We're just going to save some of these for the on demand so that we'll have some to take if you ever want to take one. So feel free to go ahead and turn off your camera. We'll start in a nice seated position, sitting up tall, allowing your eyes to shut. Just beginning to turn your attention to your breath and your body. Noticing the breath as it comes in through the nose, down the throat and into the belly. And feeling your shoulders drop, your body become heavy as you connect with an exhale. Really allowing your belly to be soft, letting it expand fully on those inhales. This next breath, see if you can fill up your belly and then into your chest. So filling up your belly on the inhale. Keep inhaling to fill the chest and then exhale. Doing that again, breath into the belly, into the chest. Let it go. No need to rush, just taking it at your own pace. This time you're going to take into the belly, into the chest, and then into the shoulders, all the way out to the collarbone. Letting yourself come to completely full into the belly, the chest, and the collarbones. Just do that one more time. Full breath. And let it go. Go and drop your right hand down to the side, reach up and over for a nice gentle side stretch. No need to push anything here. We're just gently getting warmed up, trying to shine your chest to the ceiling. And then taking it to the other side, reaching that top arm up and over, trying to get your chest to the sky. And then bringing it back to center, hands on the knees. You're just going to take some big circles in this position. Nice and gentle, just going at your own pace, allowing your chest to come forward and back. Go ahead and reverse it, take it the other way. Taking it at your own pace. Still connecting with your breath. Good. And then finding center. Go ahead and take your legs and bend them so your feet are flat on the floor. You're going to grab behind your legs. Allow yourself to fall back, tuck your chin, pull your shoulder blades apart, and allow your body to come into a curved position. And then sitting up nice and tall, you can either extend your arms out to the side or interlace your fingers for a chest stretch, looking up if it doesn't bother you. And then going the other way, grab behind your legs, scoop out your belly button, and allow your chin to tuck. And then the opposite, just opening up your chest, opening up your arms, looking up. From here, go ahead and cross one leg on top. I have my right leg on top of my left, and then I'm going to twist to look over my right shoulder. So whichever leg is on top, you're twisting towards that direction. Sitting up nice and tall, no need to force the twist, just allowing for a gentle twist. Then coming back to the center, go ahead and unravel your legs. Left foot on top, right leg can be bent or straight. Sitting up nice and tall first and then twisting to look over the shoulder, maybe feeling a stretch through your hip. Bring it back to center. We're going to take it to tabletop. So hands are going to go underneath my shoulders, knees underneath my hips. Go ahead and just take some movement here, whatever feels good. Maybe it's some circles, bringing the weight into your hands, and then allowing for circles through the hips. Take some of those, and then reverse the direction. So hips come forward, hips go back towards the feet, just making some nice big circles. So warming up through our joints. And then finding tabletop. We're going to go into cat. So arch your back, press into your hands, tuck your pelvis under. And then reversing it, elbows bend, chest comes through, tailbone and chin up. Exhale, cat. Taking this at your own pace, just moving with your own breath. No need to rush it. Just allowing for that nice gentle massage through the spine. One more round. And then finding tabletop. So nice flat back. We're going to alternate. So I'm going to go right arm, left leg out, hold for about a second, place it down, go the other side. Left arm, right leg, extend, bring it down. Exhaling as you reach, pausing for about a second, keeping your core nice and tight, pull your belly button into your spine. Arm and leg just extend out from the shoulder and the hip. No need to arch your back. But let's go one more each side. Very nice. Then from here, we're going to go into a little bit of thread the needle. So I'm going to take my right arm through and under to the wall. And then I'm going to place my hand behind my ear, open to the side. Thread the needle, hand goes through towards the wall. Bring it back up, hand behind the ear, twisting elbow up to the ceiling. Just working on that rotation through your spine. Moving at your own pace. Let's go one more this side. Rotate open to the ceiling. And then placing that hand down. We'll go the other side. So my left arm goes under and through towards the side. And then opening to the ceiling, keeping my hips stable. Exhale as I reach through. Big twist open. Keep it going. One more this side. Very nice, good. Placing your hands underneath your shoulders, we're going to take it up to high plank, either on the knees or the toes, making sure your body is in a straight line. Hands underneath the shoulders. You can also drop the knees. Holding here, really stable, really strong. You're going to slowly lower yourself. You can always go knees, belly, chest. And then we're going to go for locust. So arms back by the side. Pinkies are into my hips and my palms are down. Keeping my gaze down at the mat. I'm going to lift my chest gently and lift my thighs. Reaching my arms and legs back behind me. Keep breathing, keep lifting. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's go back to child's pose. Take a quick pause. Active child's pose. So reaching your fingers forward and your hips back. Feeling that stretch through your spine. And then pulling it forward to high plank again on the knees or the toes. Slowly lowering with control, keeping your elbows in by your side. We're going to go for one more locust. So arms go back, palms down, pinkies in. Go ahead and lift your chest. It's not a big movement up. Think about someone pulling you from the crown of your head and the toes on your feet. Lift a little bit higher. And then go ahead and bring your ear to the mat just for a second. You can take your feet up to the ceiling and windshield wiper your feet. And from here, we're going to take it to our first downward facing dog. So pointer finger forward. I'm going to place my hands by my chest. You can go up to the knees first. You're going to curl your toes under, really strong through the fingertips as opposed to the wrists. Using your fingertips almost like a little suction cup. The lines of the elbows face forward. Go ahead and pedal out your legs. So bending one knee and then the other. Very good. From here, we're going to pull it to high plank, either on the knees or the toes. Pause for just a second. And then you're going to push yourself back up to downward facing dog. Forward into high plank, taking breaks anytime you need to. Back to downward facing dog. Forward to high plank. Back to downward facing dog. This time holding the downward facing dog, pedaling out your feet. Very good. From here, go ahead and drop your knees all the way down so that you're in almost a tabletop. And then you're going to press yourself up and back to downward facing dog. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, you're going to hover your knees and then press yourself up and back. So either completely dropping the knees down or just letting them hover a little bit above the mat and back. Good. One more time, dropping the knees, pressing up and back. And then go ahead and walk your feet all the way up to the top of the mat, however you get there. Taking the feet nice and wide, allowing for your knees to be really soft here. You can grab opposite elbows, maybe a little sway side to side. Just letting gravity do the work here as you're in your first inversion. Letting your head be nice and heavy. And from here, you're going to place your hands down. You're going to straighten out your back. So almost like a halfway lift. Our feet are just a little bit wider apart. And then go ahead and fold forward again. Go ahead and lift up so you have a flat back. Crown of the head going forward. Fold in half. Good job. Go ahead and heel toe your feet into center, and then you're going to slow motion roll all the way to the top. Head should be the very last thing to come up. Standing in mountain pose, so feet about shoulder width apart. Go ahead and take your right arm up, grab your wrist, and gently pull it over to the side. Again, trying to get your chest to the ceiling. Keeping both feet pressing down into the mat. Go ahead and take it to the other side, grabbing the opposite wrist. Gentle stretch through the side. Breathing into any areas that you might feel right here. And then bringing it back to mountain, arms extend. We're going to go into a little bit of movement now. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath in and reach up. Fold in half, exhale. Halfway lift, nice flat back, just like we did a minute ago. And then you're going to take it back to high plank on the knees or on the toes. You're going to take it all the way down. Let's take it to our elbows for this first one, or you can always go to locust if you want a more active position. Go ahead and look over your right shoulder. We'll just pause here just a second, pressing your hip bones into the floor. And then looking over your left shoulder. And then taking it back to downward facing dog, pressing up and back. Just getting some movement in, warm up our body. Take a breath in. Let it go. One more breath. Go ahead and take it to the top of your mat. You can hop or you can walk. Once you're there, give me a halfway lift. Fold forward on your exhale. Rise all the way up to mountain. Reach your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands down to heart center. We'll go through that again. Staying at your own pace. Take a deep breath in, up, maybe a little bit back bend, and then fold in half. Knees are soft. Halfway lift. Use your shins for the floor, anything you need, and then down to high plank. From here, go ahead and take it to side plank. So my right hand is on the floor. You can either stack your legs on top of each other, or you can bring your bottom knee down to give you a little bit of support. Stacking your hips, either version. Go ahead and take it back to the center, and then take it to the side for side plank. So either on the toes, on the feet, or you can drop that bottom knee. Think about lifting your hips up to the ceiling as high as you can. Bringing it back to center. Go ahead, slowly lower with control. And then take it either to your elbows, your palms, or you can take it to locust where the arms go back behind you. Good. Hands by your side. Go ahead and take it up and back. Go ahead and lift your right leg up to the ceiling. You're going to bring it forward. You're going to drop the back knee. So right leg forward, left one back. Go ahead and allow that front shin to action towards the front of the mat. You can keep your hands at your heart center, or you can extend them up. Think about lifting your torso to the ceiling as you allow your front leg to move towards the front of your mat. Just feeling that nice stretch. You can look up if that doesn't bother you. Taking some nice deep breaths into the hip. Take one more breath. Hands down, go back to downward facing dog. This time lifting that left leg up, swinging it through. Drop the back knee, going into a lunge. You're going to add the arms, extend as you can. Anytime you bring the arms up, it's going to make it a little bit more challenging. So you can always drop them down to your heart center. And that nice gentle stretch on that back hip flexor, never stretching to any point of pain. Keep breathing. One more breath. Okay. Take it back to your downward facing dog. Good. From here, go ahead and drop to tabletop and grab your weights. You may go one weight or two weights here. It's completely up to you. From here, we're going to row your elbow up to the ceiling, let it come down, and then soft bend in the elbow. You're going to take it out to a fly and bring it back down. Elbow up to the ceiling, squeeze, let it come down. Soft bend, take it out to shoulder height and come down. Working into some of our strength portion. Exhaling on the harder parts of the exercise. So whenever you're lifting that weight, keeping your elbow right by your side on that row. Again, a little bend in your elbow for the fly. No need to go higher than your shoulder on that. Good. Staying strong through the supporting hand and through your core. Let's go two more on this side. Last one. Row and fly. Good job. Taking it to the other hand. You can always double up on weights if you need a little bit more. And you can always drop the weight if it gets too heavy. Go ahead and drive that elbow up to the ceiling, squeeze your shoulder blade, and then fly out to the side, trying to keep the rest of your body still. Remember, you're exhaling as you're lifting that weight. Got it. Squeeze. Doing great. Keep it going. Row. Fly, two more. Squeeze. And open. Last one. Up. Beautiful. Go and place your weights to the side. And take a quick stretch here. So arms forward, hips stay high. Allow your chest to melt towards the mat. You can rest your forehead, your chin, or you can just keep your head up Just feeling that nice stretch through your chest and your shoulders. And then as you're ready, you'll take it up and back to your downward facing dog. You can always stop for a child's pose if you need a little breather, you need a little break. And from here, you're going to take that right leg up. You're going to bring it forward into crescent. So my back heel is lifted. Slight bend in that back knee. Hands can go heart center, or you can go up to the ceiling. All we're going to do is drop that knee about an inch and bring it back up. Working on our balance here, working on a little bit of lower body. Bring it back up. Squeezing that back glute. Little pause down. Squeeze up. Got it. Squeeze. This time you're going to hold it in that halfway down position. Squeeze the back glute. Staying strong through the legs, reaching through the arms. Keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to take it back to downward facing dog. And lift that left leg up. Swing it forward. Back heel is up. Coming up to crescent lunge. You can always play with taking your feet a little bit wider from each other. Give you a little bit more balance. Remember, there's a bend in that back leg. Arms can be up or at heart center, just dropping a little bit. Bringing it back up, squeezing the glute. Dropping just a little. Good. Keeping it at your own level. Down and up. If it's too much to add the pulses, you can always just hold the static position. And up. Last one. Hold it down. Squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and take your hands down. Take it back to a child's pose. Get a quick reset, reconnecting with your breath. And taking it to a kneeling position. If it bothers you to sit like this, you can always double up the mat, use a towel, or you could do it standing. We're going to take our weights. We're going to go into what's called an Arnold press. So we're going to come up. If it bothers you to come up on your knees, you can still stay right here. It's up to you. You're going to bring your weight so that they're facing you, palm is facing you. And then you're going to twist your wrists to turn away from you, press up, and then reverse the movement, elbows together. Elbows apart, press, down, together. Good. Taking it at your own pace. Squeezing those elbows in and together at the end. Squeezing your glutes as well, so your lower body is working here, keeping you nice and supported. Got it. Up and down. This time we're going to hold them up. I'm going to drop one at a time. Keep breathing. Got it. One at a time, dropping right above your shoulder and then pressing back up. Core is tight. Glutes are working here. One at a time. Let's go 10. Stay with me. Here's 8. Keep breathing. 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Placing those to the side. Go ahead and take yourself down to a seat. Placing your feet in front of you, we're going to go into boat. Just a little bit of core really quick. So you're going to find your balance on your sit bones, those bony parts that you sit on. You're going to lean yourself back. And then from here, you're going to lift up your legs if you can. So my chest is lifting up to the ceiling. You can also straighten your legs if you want to. Opening chest high. See if you can lean back a little more, keeping that position. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and wrap around your legs. Take a recovery position. We'll do that one more time. Good. Go ahead and sit back up nice and tall. Lean your torso back, and then see if you can lift up the legs, finding that balance. Lifting your chest to the ceiling, keeping those legs elevated. Maybe you straighten them just for a second, holding for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take it into that counter stretch, wrapping around. Good. Then you're going to go ahead and take it back to a tabletop. So you're going to swing your legs around. From here, taking it up to your downward facing dog, going back into our flow. Pausing here just for a couple seconds. Nice and strong with your heels are able to get a little bit closer to the mat. Go ahead and lift your right leg up. We're going to swing it forward into crescent or warrior 1. Warrior 1, we're just having that back foot at about a 45-degree angle. Hips forward, allowing that knee to go forward towards the front foot. Back edge of the foot is spiraling down. Both feet are working here. Good. Go ahead and open up to 2. So my back foot is even with the mat. My front foot is still going forward. Chest to the side wall. Arms extend from the shoulders. Trying to get that knee going forward. Trying to tuck your hips under. Squeeze your shoulder blades back in together. So if you can go a little bit lower here. You're going to put your hand behind you, reach up and back, reverse warrior. And then you're going to take it to side angle. So you can rest your arm here. Try not to dump all your weight down. Try and stay lifted. And then you're going to lift your other arm up and over. Trying to stay strong through that supporting arm. Trying to press the knee so that it goes over about the second toe. You can also let that arm hang if you want a little bit more of a challenge. Take about 1 more breath, staying strong. Go ahead and reverse, reach up and back. And then take it down to the mat, taking it down to plank. On the knees or toes, slowly lower. Coming up to our upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhaling back to our downward facing dog, taking just a breath or 2 here before we go into our other side. Go ahead and lift up that left leg. Bring it forward to either warrior 1 or crescent if that works better. Actioning that knee forward. Back edge of the heel is down if you're in warrior 1. Letting that knee come forward. Reaching your arms. And then opening to 2. So back foot even with the mat. Front foot going forward. Tuck your hips under, face the side wall. Reaching long from your fingertips, front to back. Place your hand on your leg or your hip. A little bit of an up, maybe back. And then taking it to side angle again. Elbow can rest on the leg, just being active. Other arm reaches up and over. Trying to stack your shoulders on top of each other. Reaching through that top arm. Strong through the legs. 1 more breath. Take it to reverse warrior up and back. And then take it down to the mat. Taking it to your plank, holding here in plank. Either on the knees or the toes, go ahead and take your knee towards your elbow and bring it back. You can do the same thing on your knees. Knee up towards your wrist and back if you're on your knees. Wrist, so it's just a little squeeze to the side, driving your knee either up your tricep if you're up high on your toes, or try to bring it kind of towards your wrist if you're on your knees. Going for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Coming down to your knees for just a second. Go ahead and take your hands behind you and lift your chest up. If it doesn't bother you, just taking a nice stretch. Letting your head come back if that feels good. Opening through the shoulders. Taking some nice deep breaths. Gonna And go ahead and curl your toes under, feeling that stretch through your feet. If you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can go ahead and let your knees tap the mat and then come back up. All down and come up. Okay. From here, taking it all the way up to standing, taking it to a forward fold. And then slow motion all the way to standing. Go ahead and grab your weights, making sure you bend at the knees and not round over your back. We're going to work on a little bit of balance. So we're going to do bicep curls. See if you can put all your weight on one leg, or maybe you keep that other one there just as a little bit of a help. Palms forward, going up and down. Good. Small bend in the standing leg. Working on a little bit of balance here. You can always bring your knee up higher to make it a little bit more challenging, keeping it active. Working on the balance through that bottom leg, the standing supporting leg. Taking little breaks where you need to. You got it. Nice and slow on the control down. Got it. 5, 4, exhaling as you curl the weights up. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take that leg down and kind of pedal it out just a little bit. Going to the other side. This time we're going to go for a hammer curl. So your hands are going to be facing each other, palms in, going up to the shoulder. So balancing on the other leg, wherever you feel comfortable. Still doing a bicep curl this time, palms face each other. Going nice and slow, finding that balance through the standing leg. Maybe finding a spot on the floor to keep your focus on so that you keep your balance. Nice and easy. Got it. Controlling it on the way down and on the way up. Let's go 5. Keeping that balance. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead, pedal it out a little bit. We're going to do one more strength exercise. We're going to come into our chair position. So I'm going to bend my knees, put the weight back into my heels, elbows into the side. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me. Just going into tricep kick back. So my elbows are glued into my side. I'm taking the weights back to the back wall. A little bit of a hinge at the hips. Working as I'm extending the weights backwards. You should feel it in the back of your arms. You get too tired, you can go one at a time, or you can take the weights away. Still gonna work if you just use your arms here. Good. Let's go 5. With control, make sure you're not swinging. 4. Keep breathing. Here's 2. And 1. Good job. Gently place those weights down to the side. And then you're going to come down to a seat on your mat as we begin to cool it down just a little bit. You're going to take it down onto your back. Go ahead and grab those weights. Last bit of exercise we're going to go into a bridge, and then we're going to add a chest press. So for the chest press, my palms are facing the ceiling. I'm just going to be pressing them up and together and then letting them come out wide. Go ahead and add in the bridge. So I'm going to tuck my pelvis under, lift up, holding that, and then pressing the weights up and together and out wide. So holding the bridge, including the chest press, nice and controlled. Keep lifting the hips, keep pressing through the feet. Make sure you're not arching your back. Think about pressing your shins forward against the mat. Keep going, keep holding that bridge. Going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and place those weights to the side. somewhere out of the way for your stretching. Then bring your knees into your chest, allow your eyes to shut down. Reconnecting with your body, reconnecting with your breath. Go ahead and place your left foot on the floor, or you can extend it out. And then you're going to extend your right leg up to the ceiling. If you have a towel or something that you can wrap behind your leg, if you're really tight, you can do that. You can also lift up your shoulders if you need to get that stretch. Breathing deep into any areas that you're feeling. If you need more of a stretch, you can point your toes down towards your face. Good, then from here, you're going to cross your right leg over your left knee. You're going to bring your arms out to the side, and you're going to let your legs fall over to the left. So I have my right leg on top, legs over to the left, gazing over my right shoulder. Feeling that nice stretch through your spine, through your back. Breathing deep. And then bring your legs back into center. You're going to let them fall over to the right without unraveling your legs. And then take your gaze over to the left. Doesn't matter how far your knees come down. Just letting gravity do the work here, breathing into any areas that have some sensation. And close your eyes. And then bringing it back into center. You're going to take that right leg off of the top. You're going to extend the left leg. Right leg can be bent or straight on the ground. Getting a nice stretch through your hamstring. Again, if you want more of a stretch, you can flex your foot. Breathing into the calf, hamstrings. Good. Let it cross over your other leg. And then you're going to allow your arms to come out to a T. Let your knees fall over to the right as you look to the left. Same thing, let your eyes shut if that feels okay. Coming back to your breath. And then back in through center, allow the knees, the legs to fall over to the left as you look over to the right. Bringing the legs back to center. Go ahead and make a butterfly position with your legs. So feet in together, knees out. You can play with how close you have your feet towards you. You can always let them go a little bit farther, see if that changes the stretch for you. Go and place one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. Allow your eyes to shut, just allowing gravity to do the work here. Maybe a quick scan through your hips, see if you're holding tension on anywhere. Connecting with an exhale to let that go. And before we go into our final rest, you're going to extend your legs out, come up to your elbows, lift your chest up as high as you can, and let your head come back. So using your elbows to lift your chest, head can come back, the fish, and then gently make your way to your final rest or your corpse pose. So legs can extend out, palms open to the ceiling, head nice and supported and relaxed. If you have a towel for your eyes or maybe a blanket to keep you warm, feel free to grab any of those items. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, just gently waking your body back up. If you'd like to roll onto a side before we sit up, you can do that. And then gently making your way to a seated position, keeping your eyes shut if that feels okay. Just remembering that you can come back at any point in your day to your breath, to that 3-part breathing we did at the beginning, into the belly, the chest, and the collarbones. At the end here, I'd like to invite you to connect with your inhale if there's any intention, or maybe it's just gratitude. Breathe that in, and on your exhales, letting anything go that you may not want to take with you. Together, let's take a breath in to fill. Open your mouth, let it go. Do that one more time. Big breath, getting every last drop of air into your body. Open your mouth, let it go. The light in me honors and sees the light in you. Thank you. Hope you have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you. I'll see you next Friday.